Hi, it's Charlie Zeiss and Lisa Richards with Stargate Pyramids and the Pyramid Science Foundation. I know that we have not been on for a long, long time, and there's a couple of good reasons for that. We're going to talk about one of those reasons as the basis of our conversation today, and we'll talk about the other one at the end of this video. But I'm really happy to announce that we have developed a brand new set of collection of Stargate pyramids. These pyramids are a brand new design that we're going to show you. They're very sleek and very, very attractive. So we've been working on this for about 6 months to get this design perfected. So I'm going to open up the slideshow so that you can see the pyramid design. This new collection of pyramids is called the Galactic Collection of Stargate Pyramids, and you see that here on our front page. In the center of the white piece, you can see best, we have totally redesigned all of the connectors, the top connectors and the base connectors in this new design of pyramids. So it's a whole new look, a lot sleeker look than what we've had in the past. And as before, we're going to have three sizes of meditation pyramids: the 5.5, 6.5, and 7-foot pyramid that we have in our current Stargate line. And those are the three meditation pyramid sizes. We've also got a 3-foot pyramid as well, just as we do in the line that we currently make called the Stargate Collection. So I wanted to just kind of go back and give you a little history to show you as an introduction to how the design of our Stargate pyramids has improved over time. On the left, we have one of our original design pyramids, and that pyramid on the left, if you can see, if you look to the right, I've got two close-ups there. We had a capstone on that original pyramid. That capstone, this was before I ever met Lisa, so I didn't know anything about energetics of the capstones, but that capstone was primary function those days was to actually just hold the vertical pieces together. And it didn't have any energetic qualities whatsoever. But the more important original change from where we were originally, if you look down at the bottom, you see the external connectors that I designed for the very first version of these Stargate pyramids. Well, we because those were so difficult to mold, and there was a lot of inconsistency in those, I developed the base of the Stargate pyramid. And if you look over on the right, this is our current Stargate model. On the bottom right-hand corner, you can see what I did to get rid of the external couplings was to come up with a system of 45-degree L's with what's called a split T, and that became the basis for what's called we call a corner assembly today. If you look again on the far right-hand side in the middle, those pyramids, the vertical pieces, were connected with an external coupling. The reason we had to go to the external coupling was because the internal couplings that we could buy on a stock basis really weren't sufficient to hold the pipe together, and that has a lot to do with inconsistencies in the internal diameter of the pipe that we use to make the pyramids. And finally, at the top right-hand corner, you see the way our current top assembly works on the Stargate pyramids. If you don't buy a capstone, the way the top is held together is using a zip tie that you pull together to pull the four pieces together at the top. But all of those we've changed to a large degree in our new collection. If you look in the center of this page, you'll see the white top assembly that comes together. It's beautiful because it's been designed to where all four pieces come together at a tip at the very top of the pyramid. There's no more zip ties or anything of that nature. It's a very simple fit that we'll show you in a moment. And the 4 black pieces on the bottom, these come in both black and white. So I took, the white top and the black base pieces. But those are internal couplings that hold together the 4 base pieces of the pyramid. And finally, on the right-hand side, I showed you that external coupling on the vertical pieces. The designers of this pyramid, Jim Wallach and Mike Schaefer, came up with a really interesting design. They have put in a threaded internal coupler, which is you cannot see at all, but it makes that coupling very tight so that there's no play without having to have an external coupling showing at the section of the pipe. And also, if you look at in the right pipe, you'll see a piece of wood that's actually put inside of the pipe itself. For those of you who have ordered the supersonic pyramids from Lisa and then more recently from me in the past, there has been a small amount of sag that oftentimes people would experience. A lot of that was always taken out by purchasing the Apex amplifier that Lisa produces. But this is another way that we've been able to stabilize that. And these 2 developers, Jim and Mike, have come up with a really unique way of positioning that pipe in such a way, or the wood inside the pipe in such a way that it really helps to minimize the bend that occurs when we fill the pipes in the supersonic version. So we made a lot of good changes in the design of the new Galactic Pyramid Collection. And just to show you some close-ups now of how those connectors really look, in the center picture here, you see how nicely all of these pieces fit together on the bases. The base pieces come together on the outside, and there's been a scallop design developed to cut the holes in the base pipes such that the vertical pieces fit inside of those scallop cuts, and it's really a beautiful, sleek design. And then finally, on the top of the pyramid, you can see the top assembly fits into the 4 vertical pieces. Very, very easy to move around now and to put together. So just a lot of really nice improvements and enhancements. The installation of the Galactic series has also been improved. Here we've got 3 pictures. On the top left, you see these scallop cuts. I'm pointing to those with my cursor now. Those fit inside into the base couplings or connectors. And on the right side, you can see how it's very easy to put this together, the vertical pieces. And then finally, on bottom left, you see a picture with the top assembly and the models holding the 4 pieces of pipe. And it's very, very easy to put together. So a very, very simple installation process. No more having to bother with trying to set the zip ties and position that in exactly the right way. So a lot of really good changes. Now I'm going to let Lisa talk for a minute. One of the questions that people, when we originally started doing this, was, well, how are we going to use capstones? And so Lisa, Lisa, you can maybe talk about this, how you decided and developed what is really a hollow capstone now, but it's much larger than the other ones in terms of its height. And tell us a little bit of how you designed that and also the options that are available for those.
Yeah, thank you. These capstones they're so beautiful, and I love the little bit bigger look added to the pyramid. They're actually 9 3/4 inches tall compared to 7.25 inches for the regular capstones. And they're very easy to put on. You don't have to do anything but slip it right over top of the peak of the pyramid, and it sits on there really nice. You don't have to worry about it falling off. And then if you want to, you can use it as an amplifier as well and just remove it from the top. You can put things underneath it like water, seeds, crystals that you want to charge. You can put it underneath your meditation chair. If you get another amplifier or another capstone as well. But these capstones are designed with an old product, actually. If some of people, I'm sure you've ordered it in the past, it's called the Nest. And this is actually going to be what transformed into the new Galactic Capstone and Amplifier. So it's just a hollow shell, mainly what Charlie said. But the main substance to it is going to be shungite powder, magnetite powder, and white powdered gold. Now the shungite, of course, EMF, negative energy transformation. The magnetite will help attract things into your life. And then the white powdered gold is a super powerful conductor of energy. So it's really going to amp up the power of it. And then the designs that you see here, there's a black and silver. And then this one on the right is actually the rose gold and gold capstone together. So you get to choose the two colors that you want it made of, and that will encompass the outside of the shell and make the design. It's a beautiful marble type design. It reminds me of a bowling ball, like a brand new bowling ball when you get it. It's just gorgeous. And each color, of course, represents something, like rose gold, universal love, green, wealth, black, protection, motivation. If you want motivation, get red. And all those descriptions are actually listed underneath the product on my website. The Apex Amplifier platform, as you can see in the center, that's the platform that sits about a foot below the Apex. It's going to be just as easy to put on as with the other pyramid, the Stargate Pyramid. So you just slide it over the poles before you put the capstone on. And this would be the jig at the top before you put that on.
So we've got a totally new redesigned set of capstones and accessory products for this new line of Galactic Pyramids.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to just go ahead.
Just let me touch real quick, Charlie. That little pyramid that she has in the center is one of my collection of the chakra amplifier set. We never did an announcement for that. That was just something that I added, in between the past few months that we've been missing in action here. Like Charlie said, he's been really super busy at work. I've been kind of enjoying the little bit of a lull in business. I'm taking a bit of a breather because we know this is the calm before the storm. We have a lot of big things planned for the year. But that's one of my chakra amplifiers. So I have one for each chakra. You can get the set, you can get them individually. And then I also have a chakra pendulum set that it works well with them as well. So back to you, Charlie.
All right. So just to review, I wanted to go over the options that are available in the Galactic Collection. We have 4 sizes of pyramids, just as we did before. In the Stargate Collection, the 3-foot, 5.5, 6.5, and 7-foot versions of the pyramid. The pyramids can be purchased in either black or white. And we have 4 sand enhancement options now. So when you go on, you'll have to make this choice. The classic pyramid has no sand enhancement, just as before. We offer an option with the regular quartz sand base. We also offer an option with the bionized quartz sand base. As you all know, that's the one that Lisa pioneered for us a couple of years ago. And we've just started making that as an option for our pyramids. And then finally, the supersonic pyramid, which has the bionized quartz sand and all of the base and the vertical pipes. So those are the 4 options for the sand. And then we're going to talk about these in a second, but there's now also 3 different, we're calling them sacred patterns, that are available on the Galactic Collection pyramids. One is for negative green remediation. Then there are 2 other patterns called the Elemental and the Archangels. So we're going to discuss those quickly. Those are all included in the price of the pyramids, these sacred patterns. So what you do when you go check out is you'll have an option to take one of these three that I'm going to discuss today, and they'll come already assembled on your pyramid. So the first one, the negative green remediation. Um, for those of you familiar with the work of Dr. Ibrahim Karim, he has developed this no idea of negative green uh, more than perhaps anyone else. It's a type of energy. There's a horizontal and a vertical energy to this, and the one that seems to be impactful is the vertical. We've done testing on this, and by putting the green stripe on at the midpoint of each of the four base pieces of the pyramid, we can remediate that negative green. It's not an issue, quite honestly, from our testing, except below the pyramid itself. So if you're sitting inside the pyramid, this is not necessarily an issue for you. But if you were to put this above you, hanging it from the ceiling, or if you were putting it upstairs and were at all concerned about any negative energy fields below the pyramid, say in the basement or the first floor, the floor below, wherever the pyramid is, then you might want to consider this option for your sacred pattern. There are two other sets of sacred patterns. One is called the elementals. As you all know, there's five classical elements: air, fire, water, and earth, in addition to the ether. And so the elemental design reflects those and has symbols for air, fire, water, and earth in their appropriate direction of air for east, fire south, water west, and earth north. So that's the second option. And then finally, the third option is some archangel patterns. Metatron to the east, Michael to the south, Gabriel to the west, and Uriel to the north. These were originally, these were done in the alphabet of the Magi, and you're going to see some energy testing of each of these here in this next slide. This is just some very early testing. We have not had any people outside of myself and one or two others have a chance to actually test this, but we did test the energy fields of the new Galactic series with Bill McKenzie, who's a dowser who we've worked with over the last several years. If you look at the first line with no symbols, we just took a base case and tested the energy fields. This is not of me. This is just of the pyramid itself. So just keep that in mind. But there seems to be a slight improvement in the energy field generated by the Galactic Pyramid. I assume that that's due to the fact that we now have more precise base and corner pieces that make the geometry of the pyramid a bit more precise. But you'll see as well, the negative green takes, this is the life force energy scale from the Bovis scale when we're dowsing, but it takes it from 30 to 50,000. Using the elemental forms increases it to 100,000. And the Archangels itself actually increase it up to 600,000. So there seems to be a substantial increase by having those angelic forms on the pyramid. But you have your choice as to which one of those three you want to use. Lisa has just gotten on behalf of the foundation a complete gas discharge visualization system. This is a high tech, or the latest, really highest tech version of aura photography. It was designed by Dr. Konstantin Korotkov from Russia. And she literally just opened the box today. So we haven't had a chance to do any more testing than that. But Lisa's going to be testing the new
Everything.
Galactic, yeah, everything over the next couple of months. So Lisa, you might even want to talk about that for a second.
Yeah, we have a couple of different accessories that we purchase with it as well. One is a glove with sensors on it. So when somebody sits inside the pyramid and they're meditating, you can take different readings on them. Another one is a water sensor. And, we're always talking about charging the water, and we can definitely feel the power of the water. And we've doused the water before. We know it enhances the power of water. Water is a crystalline structure. Now we have the water sensor, and we can test that as well. So I'm also going to get one of these new awesome galactic pyramids sent to me. So I'll be able to test that and compare it to the Stargate. So we'll have other energetic readings besides the Bovis chart here. And it's just the accessories, we're going to test the new capstones, different things like that, and just adding more things, adding more products throughout the year. We'll definitely be able to have the energetic testing of all of our products available, and they'll be online on our website.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. It's something we probably should have done before, but I'm glad that Lisa brought that to our attention, and I want to thank our contributors who helped us who have been generous in their contributions to the foundation to help to pay for this. So we're looking forward to doing a lot more testing with the GDV as we move forward. So just to summarize again, the Galactic Collection, some of the nice features that come along with it: sleeker design, an easier assembly, particularly at the top of the pyramid. The pyramid takes up less floor space than the previous model, due to the fact that we don't have those 45s at the bottom. The wooden inserts in the vertical pipes help to minimize the bending of the pipe when we fill those with the quartz sand. We've got a higher energetic output on this model of pyramid. It's easier to move, particularly when the capstones are used. And you have a choice of 3 energy enhancing sacred patterns and Lisa's new beautifully designed capstones to boot. So lots of great reasons to use this, and we want to give you one more good reason to do so, which is an introductory sale. All of our galactic pyramids and accessories are going to be 30% off. So all you need to do is to use coupon code Galactic 30. There's no space between Galactic and 30. Use that as your coupon code when you're checking out to receive your discount. I don't know how long this sale is going to be on, but I'm going to tell you that it's not going to be terribly long, because of the next piece of information that I'm going to give you, which is the new release of the book I've been working on for, seems like it has been about 2.5 years. So the book is literally in the final stages of editing. We have a preliminary version of it up on Amazon already. We're going to make the final changes this week, and I would expect that publication in both a Kindle and a paperback version are going to be available sometime next week, the week of May 16th. So be on the lookout for that. But as soon as that happens and we begin to our orders start to ramp up again as we do interviews on the new book, I can't say how long this sale is going to last. So take advantage of it while you can. And again, to order your Galactic Collection pyramids at stargatepyramids.com, and the capstones and accessories from Lisa at pyramidsurge.com.
Yep. And there's a link right on Charlie's website as well that takes you right to my store for the accessories.
That's right. That's right. So we're really excited about this, and look forward to the opportunity to get some products out and get them in use. So we look forward to working with you on your pyramid needs going forward. Any final comments, Lisa?
No, just thank you. We had a great year last year, and we're looking forward to even a bigger year this year. We have so many people interested in our products. Like I said, we have kind of been missing in action since November, or since New Year's Eve, I think was our last
That's right.
time. So it's been a while, but we have a lineup of people coming. We're going to start the meditations again. We're going to start our live streams again, and there's a lot going on. So
that's right. That's right. And I have to tell you, this book is it's been a time sieve, but you're going to be so excited by the information that's in this book. There are so many new things that I've come up, examples of this, and also the research that's going to tie this together. I think this is going to bring a lot of awareness of the value of pyramid energies, sacred geometry, this whole subject matter. And you're just going to be amazed that this geometry has been everywhere in every culture, all over the world, every religious tradition. And I've even found numerous examples now in our own contemporary society where we're using it in high-tech applications, and the engineers who are using it don't even know it. So anyway, it's going to be exciting.
It's literally everywhere, like you said. That's what took so long for the publication, because we kept finding more and more stuff. Charlie, be ready to publish, and we'd find more and more stuff.
So it's going to be exciting. And anyway, well, I thank you all for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Bye-bye.